everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Loves Nails. Welcome to my channel. So today I have a video review for Mooncat's The Nightmare Before Christmas collaboration with Disney. Oh my god! I was so freaking excited when I saw that this was the collaboration Mooncat is doing for October. I was pumped. So before we get into today's video, I got a couple of things to mention. The first being, if you are new around here, hi, my name is Nicole. It is wonderful to meet you and thank you very much for clicking on today's video. I'm gonna be like this the whole time just for some because fangirl. I'm fangirling, okay? Do consider hitting subscribe if you enjoy nail polish and lifestyle related content. I upload new videos every single week on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I also go live every single Sunday. If you're in fact a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you doing? Is anyone else like so amazed that I kept my mouth shut and didn't spoil this? Because I am. Oh my god. I told the cows, I told the dog, I told the I told everybody who doesn't actually like verbally speak English. So like all the animals are aware, but I didn't blab to you guys, and that's the important part here. So the products featured in today's video were sent to me by the brand for the purpose of making a video for you all. So of course this video is also sponsored. Thank you so very much Mooncat for sponsoring today's video. I am so happy partnering with you guys on this one. So obviously I've been here flapping around the collection box. It is round and it has our lovely couple. Look how cute this is. And like it opens up like this. Look at that. See how cute that is? This collection is available right now on the Mooncat website. So as always, down in the description box, I'll have links to the Mooncat website. I'll have links to the Mooncat social media pages, my social media pages, as well as a link to my blog post on NicoleLovesNails.com where I have all my swatch photos as well as a written review. Timestamps are down there as well. Let's just get into this video. Alrighty, first up we have Everybody Scream. Mooncat describes this one as a midnight purple lacquer filled with an ultrafine holographic glitter flake as well as blue ultrafine iridescent flakies. Everybody Scream had a fantastic formula. I'm going to call this one a 2 to 3 coater depending on personal preference. For my current nail length, I personally really liked how coverage looked on me in 2 coats, but I could see some folks wanting to add a 3rd coat to add a little bit more opacity. I found the iridescent flakes give the polish an overall look of having like a blue to purple shimmer. It's not like a crazy in your face color shift, but it is there. As far as the ultrafine holographic glitter flakies go, I found that to my eye they looked more like holographic micro flakies. So you get a lot of holographic sparkle with very minimal texture. Just 1 coat of top coat seems to smooth everything out really nicely. Removal won't be overly difficult, but as always I recommend soaking these kind of polishes off. I had no issues with staining. Next up we have Pumpkin King, which the brand describes as a black lacquer filled with an ultrafine holographic glitter flaky, holographic glitter, as well as red to orange color shifting shimmer. Speaking as someone who is not generally the biggest fan of black based nail polishes, I kind of was just like meh about this one. However, once I added top coat, my mind was blown. Initially, I thought this was just a black base with holographic glitter, which, you know, I love me some holo, so like I wasn't mad at it. But once I added my top coat, I could see this beautiful reddish orange like shimmer in here, and I loved it. It was so freaking beautiful. Pumpkin King, like the rest of the polishes in this release, was on the thicker side, but not so thick that I had a difficult time with application. This is another one that you really need to build it up to get the most opacity. I'll call it a 2 to 3 coater. I really liked how coverage looked on me in 2 coats. However, when I got it out into bright direct sunlight, I could see like a little bit of unevenness on a couple of my nails. Not enough to get me to want to do a 3rd coat, but maybe for you personally, that might cause you to want to do a 3rd coat. We'll definitely want top coat with this one as it does dry down a little bit dull, and you also want top coat to keep everything looking nice and glossy. Removal is not going to be the most difficult thing in the world, but I would still not recommend scrubbing this one off. Use the soak off method or a peel off base coat for the easiest removal experience. And now we have my Sandy Claus outfit, which the brand describes as being a red lacquer filled with an ultrafine holographic glitter flake, as well as color shifting red to pink ultrafine iridescent flakies. I had a feeling that there would be a red in this release, and I gotta say I kind of am digging it quite a bit. Due to having that red to pink iridescent flaky in here, I did find that it kind of makes the polish pivot between being a red and a pink on the nail. It's not the shade of red that I would think of for, say, you know, Sandy Claus or Santa Claus, but that's okay because I really like pink, so I'm not mad at this one either. Similar again to the other polishes in this release, the formula was slightly on the thicker side, but I still still found application very easy. I swatched this one in 2 coats plus glossy top coat. I have a very strong feeling that folks with longer nails than me would probably want to add a 3rd coat to cover up any visible nail line, but on my current nail length, I really liked coverage in 2 coats. Nothing in here dries down overly textured. 1 coat of top coat and you will be good as far as smoothness goes. You will also want top coat for this one as it does dry down a little bit flat. Removal will not be overly difficult. Use the soak off method or a peel off base coat for the easiest removal experience, and I did not experience any staining with this one either. And now we have my bugs! The brand describes this one as a light green glow in the dark lacquer filled with a green to yellow shimmer. My bugs had a fantastic formula. This is the first of 3 glow in the dark polishes in this release. This is the first of the 3 that I swatched, and initially like I was just loving this like almost booger green base with this really pretty shimmer. Sometimes I have some weird color descriptions, but I really feel like y'all know what I mean when I say booger green, so we're just gonna run with it. I found this is a more sheer polish. I was really loving how this looked on me in 2 coats. However, I did have very obvious visible nail line, but I was just liking it, so I didn't want to add a 3rd coat. You definitely could add a 3rd coat if you want to make this a little bit more opaque. The rest of the polishes in this release, the formula was slightly on the thicker side, but not too thick in my personal opinion. This one also glows in the dark. I found it charged up super easily for me. You can charge this and any of the other glow in the darks with any type of bright light source that you want. This does dry down to that kind of rubbery feel that glow in the dark polishes often have, so you will definitely want top coat to give it a nice shine as well as to smooth everything out. It will not be overly difficult at all, but it will be fairly messy due to the shimmer and glow in the dark pigment. And now we have Ragdoll, which the brand describes as a light blue glow-in-the-dark lacquer filled with a blue shimmer. Ragdoll had a really nice formula. It was slightly on the thicker side, just like the other polishes, but I did find application very easy. On that first coat, it is very streaky, very uneven, so you really want to build this one up to get even coverage. I found for me personally, I did not love coverage on me in 2 coats, so I did end up swatching this one in 3 coats for my full hand swatches. I feel like I can still see a little bit of unevenness on a couple of dark spots on my nails, but I feel like that is also fairly typical for colors this light and sheer. This is going to be one of those polishes that I feel really benefit from floating your brush on during application. I'm not generally the biggest lover of pale blues, so this one was not for me personally. However, I did think the shimmer was very pretty. I did like the shimmer aspect in this a lot. And of course, the glow in the dark aspect in this one, it was glowing. I was so shocked at how nicely this one charged up just from me standing outside in natural lighting. I was really surprised at how well it charged up. In typical glow in the dark fashion, this does dry down to a slight kind of rubbery kind of feel, so you will need top coat to smooth this out as well as to give it a nice glossy finish. Fairly easy removal, but a little bit messy. And the final polish in this release is called What a Brilliant Nose, and the brand describes it as a white glow-in-the-dark lacquer filled with an orange shimmer. What a Brilliant Nose had a really nice formula. This is a very like sheer-ish kind of milky white, so you're going to want to build this one up to get the most opacity. I would say that this is another polish that would be a good contender for floating your coats on and trying to do as minimal brush strokes as possible. If you're like me, where you try to fix your coat by adding more brush strokes, trying to even everything out, don't do that with this one because you're just going to cause more issues for yourself further down the line. All that to say, I did really still like how the shimmer looks in this one. The base is just sheer enough that the shimmer has like a very delicate sparkly glow kind of happening to it. I found in person I was seeing like a pink to an orangey gold kind of color shift. Just like the other glow in the darks in this release, this one glows, charges up super easily. My eyes didn't catch this in person, but looking at my footage here, I can see 2 little pigment dots in the glow in the dark effect in this one. I did give the brand a heads up about that, so hopefully it won't be an issue for customer bottles. I actually had this one on for a little under 24 hours and I did not notice any texture from the pigment dots, so like I don't consider it like an actual issue, just for some context. So I swatched What a Brilliant Nose in 3 coats plus glossy top coat. I'm gonna call this one a 2 to 3 coater depending on application style and personal preference. The only reason I added a 3rd coat is because I was trying to get more even coverage. If you're able to get fairly even coverage in 2 coats and don't mind obvious visible nail line, then it's passable in 2. Just like the other glow in the darks, this one does dry down to that kind of rubbery finish, so you will want top coat to smooth everything out as well as to give the polish a really nice shine. Removal will not be overly difficult at all, but it will be a little bit messy from the shimmer. So I just wanted to dedicate this portion of the video to showcasing the collection box a little bit. The box itself is just so nicely done. Like, you can really tell like a lot of thought and planning and designing went into this. So I just wanted to showcase it. So there is a little pull tab on the front to open up the flaps. On the side there to the right, that is where the nail art stickers will be. And then on this other side here, you just have this cute little moment of Jack wearing his Sandy Claus outfit. And here are all of the collection boxes for each individual polish. The polish boxes themselves are also custom packaging. And here is the packaging for the nail art stickers. You get 2 sheets with this box. I'll talk more on these in a moment. Alrighty, so final thoughts. So as someone who, you know, saw the original movie in the movie theater, as someone who for that Christmas, I got like the little graphic novel with all of the pictures from the movie, plus like a little read-along thing that, you know, was age appropriate for, I think I was in 3rd grade maybe. I feel like I went into swatching this collection ready to nitpick the hell out of it, just because this is something that I really love. So A Nightmare Before Christmas, I personally consider both a Halloween movie as well as a Christmas movie. The original soundtrack is a soundtrack that is my version of listening to like Christmas appropriate music. That's what my house sounds like from like December 1st until January 1st. Like, my house is A Nightmare Before Christmas. So yeah, I'm a bit of a fan here, okay? I'm a little bit of a fan. One thing that really blew me away about this release is I was kind of expecting for the glow-in-the-darks to require like a black light to charge these up. The first one that I swatched, like, I charged it up with my black light flashlight and I was like, okay, cool. It wasn't until like I ran outside to get some daylight shots because the sun came back out that I realized that these are like the easiest to charge glow-in-the-darks that I have come across in a very long time. I was really happy that like natural sunlight, my artificial lights in here, all of those types of light sources charge these up so easily. I will pop a picture up in the corner here. That picture is a picture that I took after I got my swatch photos done and I had to run through my house to go let my husband in. And I realized that like just like my normal lighting charged up this one so stinking well. I feel like this color story is definitely giving me A Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. I'm really happy with the color story. I honestly can't think of any colors that I feel like are definitely missing. Like, I feel like we definitely got like, we got Jack, we got Sally, we got Santa Claus, we got Oogie Boogie. I feel like the mains are all represented in the color story, so I am very happy with this release. Editing Nicole time. So I was so excited about this collection. I completely forgot to say which polishes were my favorites. So my top pick is going to be Pumpkin King. I know that might be a surprise to some of you all because, you know, black bases are not generally my thing. There was just something about the holographic paired with that red to orange shimmer that just really got me. And then my next top picks are going to be Everybody Scream and What a Brilliant Nose. I had a hard time deciding between which of the glow-in-the-darks I was going to pick as my top pick. In general, when I'm swatching, I always save the polish that I think I'm going to like the most for the end, and that's what I did with What a Brilliant Nose, so that's why it's going to be the top pick. And y'all know, I am a sucker when it comes to nice packaging, and Mooncat knows how to do some damn good packaging. And I especially even love that even the labels on the bottles have custom packaging too. Let me show y'all. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? So yeah, just the level of detail when it came to all of the products in this release, like, chef's kiss. I love it. I love it. I love it. So on top of having some really gorgeous polishes, we also have quite a few non-nail polish items in this release. There are some nail stickers, which I'm popping pictures up in the corners here of the nail stickers. One thing that I found particularly nifty is this retractable cleanup brush. Okay, look. Look at that. Look how cool that is. I am not gonna lie, I have kind of sat here going like this too many times already. I have had so much fun just opening and closing it. It has a very fine point on here, so cleanup is really great with this. And so it really gets into all them cuticle crevices very well. We also have a double-sided crystal nail file that has Nightmare Before Christmas logos here. So yeah, I thought this was a fantastic release. I am a sucker for packaging. I am fully aware of this, but you know what? Sue me. No, don't sue me. Don't sue me. So yeah, I'm a sucker for packaging. We are all aware of that, but even if these polishes weren't in beautiful packaging, everything applied really nicely. So as far as pricing goes, if you want to pick up the full collection in that cute little collector's box, as well as the retractable cleanup brush, the nail stickers, and the nail file, That is priced at $119. If you like to pick up the polishes individually, they are priced between $14 and $15, and Mooncat does have a 12 ml bottle. The nail art stickers are priced at $12, and the retractable cleanup brush is priced at $10. All of these products are limited edition, and I don't anticipate these being restocked once they sell out, and I have a very strong feeling these are gonna sell out. So I would love to know what everyone thought of this release. Like, are you also someone who absolutely loves The Nightmare Before Christmas? Do you listen to the soundtrack on repeat like I do? Also, if you are like me and you really love A Nightmare Before Christmas, and like you may or may not have also been an emo kid, there is a really good updated soundtrack that came out a few years ago featuring a whole bunch of like rock artists doing covers of the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So before we end today's video, I want to give a very special shout out to my channel members. Besties, thank y'all so dang much. You guys are truly amazing. And your names, of course, are all on the screen right now. If you'd like to sign up for my channel memberships, I have a link for that down in the description box. But, you know, as always, please do not feel pressure to sign up for channel memberships. Just, you know, like the video, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And we are really good around here. So just thank you all one more time very much for watching today's video. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Happy shopping, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!